Hey, this is Joe from Eagle 2 Digital, and I talked with Vanessa this morning and let her know that I was going to go ahead and get out a short 5 to maybe 6 minute video and telling you exactly what your bigger competitors out there are doing online to generate so much business, and most importantly, show you what you guys can do to be able to do the same thing and even do it yourself if you like. And so all said and done, it just comes down to 3 simple strategies. And you might be asking yourself, well, why am I willing to go ahead and share this information with you for free? And it all comes down to basically showing you how valuable this information is and showing you how you can implement these same strategies yourself. And there is maybe a possibility that you might just have me go ahead and do that for you. And so that's a chance that I'm willing to go ahead and take. Otherwise, the information is free. So my job is to show you exactly what your competition is doing, show you how you can do it yourself, and then let you guys decide if you do want to go ahead and do it yourself or if you'd rather have me go ahead and do it for you. So let's go ahead and get on with it. First off, I want to let you know that you've got a good looking website here. I do like the fact that you got your your contact information right up here in front. Got a nice video going here in the background and demonstrating who your clientele is. I mean, who your personnel are. And so very nice. You've got a menu down here with your services as well. And so good looking website. Okay. And what I wanted to say here is that sometimes it doesn't matter how beautiful that site might be. If Google is not willing to go ahead and rank that site and get it out in front of your customers, then it's not doing you any good. And so when it comes down to it, it comes down to meeting the criteria that Google has in order to get your site ranked and get it out in front of your customers. And number one is content. Google is looking for about 1,500 words of content on your front page. That is how they kind of determine if you are an authority when it comes to HVAC and whatnot. And so I've gone ahead and taken a look here, and you guys right now are showing about 463 words of content on your front page. Okay, so there's definitely some area that we could go ahead and improve on. And basically it comes down to just going ahead and expounding a little bit more on your services that you guys do. Break that down a little bit on your front page, and so that shows a lot of content on your front page, as well as your links going to the back pages as well. So easy to do. Now, Google is not just looking for a whole bunch of words. Okay, they don't want to just see a whole bunch of 1,500 words of content. They want to see relevant keywords used in that as well, and that's how they're going to determine if you're an authority in that area. So, if we're looking at using a tool here called Ahrefs, I can show right here that organic keywords. It's showing 0 organic keywords being used right now, and so, like I said before, Google's looking for keywords. If I were to go ahead and look at your competition, for example, Airmasters, a big competitor out there, you're showing over 866 organic keywords. And so that's one of the main reasons why when you go ahead and do a search, they seem to be the ones that come up first, and that's the reason why. If I were to go ahead and click on here and find out what keywords that they're doing, that they're using here, I can see they're using words like AC Repair Tampa, Tampa, Florida, HVAC, AC Company Tampa, HVAC Tampa, and so on. And you can see how important keywords are, because anybody looking for a company that does what the services that you guys provide, they're going to type these words in here, and they've got over 1,000 searches a month just for that term right there alone. And so you can see how important it would be to make sure that these kind of keywords are in your front page, okay, and so that Google is ranking you guys and getting you out in front of your customers. Okay. Number 2 is going to be backlinks. Okay. So if we're looking at your backlinks, you're showing about 10 backlinks. Now, what are backlinks? Well, we're talking about how many other websites out there are referring business to you guys. So we have 4 outside websites referring about 10 backlinks to you guys. This is how Google determines if you're trustworthy and if you really are a business that because they don't know who you guys are, and so they determine that by the authority that these other referring domains have. Okay, so if I were to go ahead and look at Airmasters again, they've got 189 other sites referring over 5,000 backlinks. Okay, so what do we do about this? I mean, there is something that you can do. So if I were to go ahead and still use this tool here called Ahrefs, okay, and this is something that you guys can get on your own, and you can do that as well. I'll go ahead and click on backlinks. Okay, we come up here and we find out that all of these people right here are the backlinks that all of your referring domains are sending business to. In other words, all these backlinks right here are referring business to Airmasters. Okay, so you can go through each and every one of these and say, hey, listen, go ahead and contact each and every one of these and say, hey, listen, you're referring business to Airmasters. What's it going to take to get me involved with that as well, and so that I can increase my authority when it comes to getting my site ranked on the websites or on the internet. Okay, so it is something that you can do. Okay, and so backlinks is something very critical, and that's how Google determines how trustworthy your website is. Now, lastly, okay, number 3 on the list is citations. So if I were to go ahead, for example, and let's take a look here. Let's go to the internet here, and I'll go ahead and say AC Repair, Tampa, Florida. And I would happen to notice as I do that, see who comes up. Okay, AC Repair, Tampa, Florida. I've got, for example, Superheat here, Taldeco, Air Masters. Okay, this is why I used Air Masters, because they seem to always come up on that front page. Okay, but this is what they call the map pack. So when somebody does a search on the internet under AC Repair Tampa, this is what they're determining is these guys are the authority. Okay, so that's the first place where your eyes fall, and so they determine that these guys must know what they're doing. And that's not necessarily true, because I've seen people up here in the #1 position with a 1-star rating, and that doesn't mean that they know what they're doing. What it means is that they have a number of online directories that they have their business site listed with. And so there's over 300 online directories that you can be involved with and have your name listed with. And it comes down to doing the very same thing as we did with backlinks. It comes down to contacting each and every one of those businesses that they are listed in and say, hey, listen, I want to go ahead and have my business listed in this directory as well. So go ahead and submit your information, and then just keep your fingers crossed, and hopefully they go ahead and move forward and let you go ahead and get listed as well. And so that's what's going to definitely help you guys get listed on the internet here in this map pack, or at least hopefully here in the front page. This is where you want to be, is at least in the organic section. So to sum it all up here, what Google is looking for in order to get your website in front of your customers, okay, is 1,500 words of content on your front page with relevant keywords, and number 2, backlinks, and number 3, citations. And so if you guys feel that this is something that you guys can take on yourself, then that's awesome. Go ahead and go for it. By all means, if you really feel like you need to focus your time on your business, and that you do see how important this is, then by all means give me a call. Again, my name is Joe, and I'm with Eagle 2 Digital. And you can reach me at this number, 813-797-4433. And I look forward to hearing from you guys. And so, at the very least, let me know if I can help you out here. Just go ahead and respond to the email that I sent you, and I'll have this video attached. Okay? Thanks a lot, you guys. I appreciate you taking time to listen.